Yeah, here's a question I get quite a lot. Look, people say to me, John, we've heard about exponential organizations and so forth, but why should we change our business model? Pretty straightforward. Why can't we just, stay as we are, quite happy? So today we're talking all things exponential organizations, and really we're trying to give you a little bit of background as to why it's so important to look at this new type of business model. Um, and obviously they're driving forces. So really some of the reasons behind these driving forces, the main drivers is the rate of advancing technology. So as these technologies advance, they not always done by business people. Some people start a business with the idea of doing a platform. Many others are doing normal business, and really the entrepreneurs come in after the tech and look at ways to monetize that technology. A lot of these technologies actually originally built by military, for example, internet included. So they're then taken on by entrepreneurs. That then the vehicle you need to then make things happen is obviously to have a business set up, an entity, an organization. And it's the organization is the vehicle that can actually implement and transform these ideas into actual products and services. With those products and services, we'll start to move into exponential times. And as you can see, these disruptions and things that are starting to occur, and there are a lot more on the horizon that are going to come in increasingly fast and shorter waves. So we're going to have to figure out and adjust and adapt to all of this. A lot of it's been done for good, and a lot of it is being hijacked for not such good reasons. So we need to just focus on the good and be pragmatic about some of the not so good. You know, for example, a gun can be used for self defense, but the gun doesn't shoot people, it's people that shoot people with guns. So it's not the gun itself, it's not the tech itself, it's the people behind the tech or who are utilizing the tech and what their agendas are. Many people are trying to use these for decent reasons to help humanity, and of course, there are others that are looking to self enrich. But let's just, without being too far down that rabbit hole, let's just look at some of the technologies we're talking about. And these aren't all the techs, but these are some of the main techs. And remember, what's happening is that it used to be per business type of thing. Now it's going across industry, and these techs are combining, and it's a combination of different technologies that's creating huge power. And that's why things are, a lot of this has been going on a very long time. A lot of these techs have actually been out there maybe 30 years plus, but they've only now hit the disruption phase where they're coming together, they're combining, and they're forming all sorts of new opportunities. So 3D printing, and based in China, printing houses. AI obviously is the big one. AI integrates with most of these things, and we're in generative AI, large language models, and we're moving towards general AI and super AI. So we'll see how that turns out, but they're very, very powerful technology, obviously. Blockchain, another one that we've discussed in our previous episodes, had a bit of a chat about biotech, AR, VR, and MR. So I always thought, okay, what's MR? Well, that's a mixed reality of the two, of augmented reality and virtual reality. Drones become very, very powerful. Solar is an important thing for alternative energy. We can gather the energy, is now the storage, and I think things are about to change. I believe there's a battery just come out, silver, with a silver base or something that can charge a car for 9 minutes and run 1,000 miles, something like that. So it's improving rapidly. Quantum computing, obviously the computational power is accelerating rapidly. Nanotech, and self-driving cars. So those are some of the things. That robotics obviously is a very powerful one combined with AI. You know, visionary. To have a team, you need to have like a core team, then other players, perhaps external or subcontracting and so forth, and depending on the size of the business and the organization. But if you start at a startup and you're looking to get going, you need that visionary leader, obviously, to get this idea off the ground. And then you're looking at a tech guy. You need somebody with obviously technical capabilities. Then you need really somebody in communication, social media, that can help put out these MVPs, minimum viable products, and so on and so forth, get engagement, get people interested. And then you need a business person, finance, etc., to make sure the thing stays afloat. So those are some of your core team. I mean, I'm talking about a startup now, a basic idea, and how you can get going, because a lot of people don't really know where to start as far as the team goes. Attributes is one of the key things with exponential organizations, and we start with an NTP, which is a massively transformative purpose. All these successful companies that are exponential have a transformative purpose, their why. They have staff on demand, so they can take on more staff and reduce staff very flexibly. They work from the crowd to building a community, and backwards and forwards. Algorithms, which drive a lot of their products, their services, Google's algorithm, etc. Leveraged assets, where they can expand and have teams for projects without owning and having to buy the property, they just rent it. Engagement, getting people excited about the MTP. Then those are some of the internal attributes are interfaces, dashboards, are obviously interfaces like your apps. The dashboards are real-time information on what's the metrics. You've got things like experimentation. Sony does that. He puts out new ideas onto Kickstarter, for example, and sees which one gets traction and then follows through on those. And autonomy, having teams that can drive themselves and develop solutions, and preferably outside big organizations or as startups. And then you have your social connectivity, Slack, WhatsApp, etc., peer-to-peer type transactions within an organization, because they may be in fairly remote areas. So the implementation, you may be looking at the MTP, which is a starting point, and you may be a startup where your personal massive transformative purpose is the same as your business's. So it's not much different, or it's very well aligned, put it that way, very similar. You may be a serial entrepreneur like Elon Musk that's looking to help humanity, advance humanity, and then you'll have things like where he has his starships, which is making us an interplanetary species, or Grok, his AI, XAI, which is to understand the universe. Those are his MTPs, and he has multiple businesses, obviously, with the driving force there. So if you have an existing business, you're going to look to maybe put something on the edge. You're not changing your whole business straight up front. You're looking at something on the edge. So the economics, you're looking at marginal cost driven down. That's both on the demand side and the supply side. Just to finish off, you can look at the economics. 40 times more shareholder return, 6.4 more profitable, 11 times better asset usage, and 3 times better revenue growth. These are fantastic opportunities, and that is the power and the reason that you need to get involved. And here's some other differences. Obviously, the revenue driven is decreased cost, adaptability, future looking, new business models. Sorry, I just got some notes here. Drivers, addressing disruption, drivers the action, leveraging tech, designs for new services and products, and shapes your industry. That is the power of exponential organizations. We will see you in the next episode. I'm John Harris from Exponential Radio.